now a big issue that people have with open joint rain screens, particularly when they have cores in different colors and such as, what do we do on the corners? The owner doesn't like the corner. The owner doesn't want to see in there. And when you do come around a corner, you have to pick which one's sitting proud most of the time with a rain screen. And if you were walking there, you know, the vulnerable joints on a rain screen that you can physically see into are vertical joints. So how do we mitigate the visibility and, you know, the fact that they're usually not level and plumb? How do we get a nice looking corner on this expensive facade, you know, so most rain screens say, well, pick which one you want plumb, pick which side you want the corner to show, and tough luck. But that's not what happens with engineered stone. Look, we have corner profiles. So we have 3 different corner profiles that we can actually do to bring them together, to hide the edges and to give you another color pop or to make it match in that corner. We can actually do formed corners. We can fuse these corners together and actually do nice corners, place that L or U element on the wall, and then change the body to make sure that we're level and plumb, right? You put that corner on first and you fix that problem. And then you work your way into inside corners, which are a lot easier to fix than outside corners. And the first panels to, you know, if you're really out of plumb or really out of plane somewhere, then we can fix that with these types of corner pieces. We can do butt corners that are actually fused and they just look like a traditional rain screen. Here's a good example there of a quirk miter where we can do that fused, and that product there is the only rain screen I know that actually can take that corner and can cantilever that 6-inch leg up to 6 inches. What does that do? And here's a good image. What about your window returns? What a terrible detail that we have to figure out in the design community every single time. How are we doing the window returns? What's the CI in there? Is it an innie or is it an outie? Is it a flange window or is it commercial? And then that layer changes, that depth of the window return. So are we doing what I call the good grief method, which just looks like Charlie Brown's mouth, which is just sheet metal, right? So we trim some sheet metal and it looks like the good grief method from Charlie Brown's mouth, but or we do a cantilever. You know, most of us who have designed with rain screens want to do a return with those rain screen panels. They want that monolithic look. The problem is, again, with a phenolic, you have to have, generally speaking, phenolics will not allow a single fastener line. They want one on each side, and they need a minimum of 1 inch. So you have to have an inch. So you can't do a 2-inch return. You couldn't do a 2.5. 3 would be right at the cusp. And then they want 2 fasteners in each of those. So you've got basically what looks like a battleship in each of your window returns, where we could do a clean cantilever, and you wouldn't have to change any of your CI. You wouldn't have to move anything out. That's a very unique, and that's constructible. There is an answer to a question and a call that the design community has asked for.